Maybe you're thinking of walking a Camino. Maybe your thinking hasn't even got that far and you've heard about it and you're wondering if it might be for you. That's what we're going to talk about this week. So perhaps you've heard of the Camino, you might know people who've walked the Camino, you're kind of a bit curious about it and you're not really sure if it's for you or not. You might be thinking that it could be a good thing to do, but how do you find out more information? The danger is that you talk to people that you know who've walked the Camino and you're going to get their view of it and they're probably going to be gushing with enthusiasm and you kind of get this sort of one-sided view of what it's all about and you might not think that it's for you. So in this video, all I want to do is to share some sources of information for you so that you can find out a bit more and work out whether it's something that might interest you or not. Now, first of all, I should point out, particularly if you're new to this channel, most Camino topics have been covered on this channel already. So if you just use the little search feature on the channel, you can look for things like what is the Camino, how far do I have to walk each day, things about accommodation and food and gear. All of those videos are here on the channel. And if I think that there's some particularly relevant ones, I'll put links directly in the video description. So right under this video, in the description, I'll put links to a few videos that might be of interest to you. But I really want to sort of talk a little bit broader this week about how you might start gathering a little bit of information without sort of saying to friends, hey, I'm thinking of walking the Camino, and suddenly, they're going to try and sort of convert you to the whole idea and all the rest of it. So a little bit of quiet research that you can do. So some things to think about. By all means, have a look on YouTube. There's some great channels about the Camino. There's lots of great videos about the Camino, and you'll get a sense of what it's like and whether it's for you or not. Please don't, when you're watching those videos, get a sense that you have to be super fit, somehow really athletic. And I've pointed this out in a few of the videos on this channel. You don't have to be particularly fit. It depends which Camino you're going to walk, how far you're going to walk. It's manageable by all people of all ages, all states of health and fitness, to be honest. You just be careful which one you walk and how far you walk. If you want to just walk 5 or 10 Ks a day, it can be done. So don't be put off, some of the videos you see and people are hiking 40 Ks a day and you think, oh, wow, there's no way I can put up with that. You don't have to. There's many, many different ways of walking a Camino. So first of all, there's loads of good stuff on YouTube. Secondly, no commercial interest here, but there is a wonderful forum run by a guy called Ivar, who actually lives in Santiago in northwest Spain. And I'll put a link to that forum down below. It's a big community of people who have a lot of experience in walking Caminos, and there's a lot of new people who are thinking of walking. Every imaginable question you can think that people might have asked over the decades has been asked on there. So that's a great source of information. So have a look on there, and you can lurk. You can just read. You can search the forum and read accounts from people and tips from people. So you don't have to actually engage or sort of be active. So it's a great sort of library of resources. So Ivar's forum is really good. Now this next one might get mixed reactions. I would watch a movie called The Way, starring Martin Sheen and directed by Emilio Estevez, his son. Some people might think it's a bit strange suggesting that because it's not actually a Hollywood movie, but it's a movie. It's a sort of a dramatized version of somebody walking the Camino, and lots of cool stuff happens. I think it's a really terrific movie. It is a movie, it's not a documentary, and some people will sort of say, oh, it's not realistic because they didn't carry the right gear, and forget all of that. If you want to get a sense of what the Camino is like, I think that movie is really good because it touches on the spiritual, the emotional, the physical, beautiful landscapes, the friendships that are made along the way. I think it's You know, it's a movie, yes, it's a story, yes, but I think it gives you a really good flavour of what the Camino can be like, so I would watch that. And even though it's not a documentary, if you watch the movie and you really like the movie, chances are you'll like the Camino. So I would say have a look at that. And ask questions. So by all means, ask questions down below this video, on any of the videos on the channel. Do jump onto Ivar's forum, ask questions on there, lovely community of people, and kind of just do your research a bit and get a sense of, you know, what it's about and really whether it's for you or not. I have to say, when friends ask me, you know, what's the Camino like and should they walk the Camino, I do fall into the trap of being a bit over the top about, you know, how wonderful it is and you're going to love it, and you know, it's probably a bit too much information. I'd advise you to sort of quietly do your own research and get a sense of whether it's something that you'd benefit from, that you would enjoy, and then maybe reach out to people and find out more information. So there you go, just a quick video this week. If you're thinking of walking a Camino, or, you know, you've heard a little bit about it and that's piqued your interest, certainly watch that movie The Way, get onto Ivar's forum, have a look at some videos on this channel, just use the search feature and you'll find out lots of stuff, and ask questions. So thanks for watching, see you next week, bye for now.